Good morning, my name's Stevie, and this is my series where I talk about this glow up in homemaking I went through. I went from a very unorganized, chaotic, stressed out, anxious, unhealthy type B mom and transformed myself into a much more organized, put together, on top of it, peaceful type A mom. Sometimes I think we can let ourselves get stuck in that headspace of like, I'm just so type B, this is how I am. But then we start noticing these unhealthy patterns and things that are not fruitful in our lives, are not bringing us peace, that are not serving our family or serving others well, aren't glorifying God. And we're like, ugh, but this is my personality. Like, what am I supposed to do? This is why I love the Lord so much. He is so patient with us. He is so merciful. He will transform us from the inside out when we ask him to. His word says that he came to give us life and life more abundantly. We're lacking the life more abundantly part in our homemaking, in our motherhood. That to me is just a sign God wants to do something miraculous and amazing within us. This is where the whole like you can't lean on your shovel while praying for a whole thing comes in. While I was praying for God's help and direction and guidance and wisdom to transform my homemaking and my motherhood, I also implemented some practical routine changes that I knew would help work that unhealthy type B-ness out of my daily life. First thing I shared in my last reel was about getting up and getting dressed for the day. And second tip I have to share, go from an unorganized, unhealthy type B mom to a more put together type A mom, is we have to downsize. So much of my chaotic thinking and stress and anxiety was because my house was filled with crap. I had to spend so much extra time stressed out, feeling frantic and chaotic because my brain just couldn't function in a disorganized place. Ruthlessly get rid of the things that you have not touched in a year, in 2 years. I'm gonna get to it. It's time. We gotta get to it. Giving mental space to the clutter that surrounds us and steal from so much joy that God calls us to in homemaking and motherhood. It took me maybe 2 weekends in a row of complete focus and determination. I am getting this house organized. Let's work smarter, not harder, and give ourselves less to manage. You can do this. It is through the grace of God, asking God for guidance, asking him for wisdom, asking him for the fruit of self-discipline. We can be the good stewards of our home that God has called us to be. We can do it with joy. We can do it with peace. We can do it with a heart posture. We are going to look back on and say, wow, I am so glad that I took the time to heal these certain parts of me that maybe I have been that way since I was a kid. But God says that we have new life when we say yes to him, that we are to die to ourselves, pick up our cross daily and follow him. We don't have to walk around feeling like a hot mess all the time. I love you. You got this.